Hello guys, and welcome to another jQuery video tutorial. In this video we will learn how to connect to a PHP or how to request something via jQuery to a PHP script file. Okay, so first of all what we will need is to create here in the body. I'm going to create a little a simple login example. Okay, so first of all, let's type name and let's create an input type. This is text, and let's give it an ID of name. That's it. That's enough for now. And here, let's type. Oops, I forgot to do a line break here. Now password and input type equals password, ID equals password. And let's close this and line break. Okay, perfect. Now down here let's create paragraph and input type equals button, and let's give it an ID of, let's call this send, and value equals submit. Okay, let's save this, and but I want you guys to save this in your htdocs localhost. Okay, so save. Let's save this in my computer. XAMPP and htdocs in here. Okay, let's call this. You can save it as an HTML. So let's save this as login jQuery.html. Save it, and that's it. Okay, perfect. Another thing that I want you guys to do is as long as you have, you see that we have the reference for the jQuery file in here as gs/jQuery.js, because we were, if we are in the same directory of the GS directory that I have here, that that currently is in the desktop. So if I create a jQuery HTML file, I can call the jQuery.js here, okay, and work with jQuery. But I want you guys to copy this and put it in your htdocs, okay, because our code is going to be run in htdocs directory, okay, so we can use our local host with the XAMPP. So let's go to htdocs and paste it here. There it is, GS. Okay, so let's leave it there, and now we can work in our login jQuery.html, and it will find the jQuery.js, okay, in the directory GS. Perfect. So in here, let's type our first code, which is obviously as usual, document ready function and curly braces, and there it is. Okay, so now we are ready to start our code. So what I'm going to do is grab this button here, and whenever we click it, I want to send information about the name and the password that we've typed to a PHP script, which is going to be stored in a PHP file, of course, also in our htdocs directory. That script will process those names, okay, to see if they match to a database or something else, and the return data, either a string saying your password is correct or incorrect, or your name is registered, or something like that. That return string will be, we can use that string and use a jQuery effect to output that string. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do that. It's pretty simple. So let's type first here. Let's grab the, where is it, send button. So send with the selector dot click, as you already know, and function here. Okay, so whenever we click the send button, do this code that we will run now. So the first thing I want you guys to do is create a variable and call it vName equals to name, okay, which is ID name here, the input name, dot VL and parentheses. So what this means is, probably most of you guys already know this syntax. Val is a function that grabs the value of whatever we type in here. Okay, as you remember, in, for example, normal JavaScript, we use the value. Okay, but in jQuery we use val and the and parentheses. Okay, so now var v password is equal, of course, to hash password and val. Okay. So with this function val, we can grab all the values of the inputs. Okay. So the next thing we have to do is type a new function which is called post. Okay, and this is a function that you can use to post whatever you want to a PHP file. Okay, so you type post, and here you type the name of your PHP file. Okay, where you have the script. So let's type, let's say, login jQuery.php. I will create that PHP file later, and then we have to type curly braces, comma, separated by a comma here after login jQuery PHP, curly braces, and then comma again. Okay. Now between these curly braces, this is very important, is where you're gonna define the variables that you're gonna pass to your PHP file. Okay, through a post method. Okay, so the first thing we have to create here is to create some variables. Okay, two variables, one for each value. Okay, so the first value, the first variable, I'm going to call it PHP name and colon, and now you type this variable here, which holds the value of the name field. Okay, so let's type vName. Okay, now comma, and now another variable that is going to be, I'm going to call it PHP password. The logic thing would be an equal sign here, because a variable should be equal to, we normally use the equal sign to create a variable, but in this case I don't know why jQuery uses this these signs, the colon sign, okay, to create the variable. So PHP password, and now is PV password, okay. And now after this we create a call back function, which is function and curly braces again, and here we put the semicolon, okay. So until we have the code now for whenever we click, some variables are created, and we are ready to post these variables, PHP name and PHP password, to our via post to our PHP file, okay, which is the login jQuery PHP. So let's create a new file, which is going to be the PHP file. Okay, now in here, let's create a variable name equals, and you can now type post because we are using the post method. And here you're gonna type the name of the variable, okay, either PHP name or PHP password, okay. So these are the variables that are that had been sent to our PHP script, and we can grab them. So PHP name, and here password equals post, and here PHP password, okay. Now we can type something like, I'm not going to use a connection to MySQL and search for MySQL search if there is a match in the MySQL database, okay. I'm just going to do a simple if statement here, and if name and password. So if the name and password exists, do something else, else echo, you have to type a name and password, okay. Simple PHP. And let's save this in our htdocs as well as login jQuery.php, okay. Perfect. And there it is. Oh, and in here we can type something like echo it works, okay, or you are logged in. Save this and this as well. And now down here, what I'm going to create is create a function to grab the data that is going to be sent from the PHP file, okay, the response. So the response is going to be the string either you are logged in or you have to type a name and a password, okay. To grab those, we type a data parameter here inside the function parenthesis, and this data is whatever it comes from the PHP file, okay, either if it's a string or a number or whatever. So in here we have to type a selector and grab result, which is where we will post our answer. So let's type here p, and let's create a div id equals result, and in here close div, okay. And in here result is going to be we'll grab result, fade in, and here we type slow. You can put whatever animation you want in here, okay, or effect. Dot again HTML, And as you know, this function, what it does is to is like inner HTML from JavaScript. So what it does is to write something, okay, in your page. So what I want him to write is data, okay, which is, as I told you before, is whatever string comes from the jQuery PHP. Okay, so it's simple as that. This is going to be very useful for a lot of you guys, because you will save a lot of code, either PHP code or JavaScript code, okay? And you'll have a nice, cool fading effect for your response strings, okay, to your users. So let's run this. Hopefully this will run, and let's open this in Firefox. Let's see if it works. And where is it? Okay. And okay, sorry guys, you must open this with the localhost URL, okay? Load it directly from your localhost this was called login. I don't remember the name of the file. Is login_jQuery.html. So login jQuery.html. Okay, and here it is. Okay, make sure you have also your XAMPP control panel application. Run your Apache. Okay, and now if I click submit, I received the answer. Perfect. It worked perfectly with no errors. You have to type a name and a password. So this string here is coming directly from the PHP script. Okay, so as you can see, you can use a lot of you are logged in, but the fade-in effect is not working at all. So let's turn back here, and what you have to do is, let's type here style equals and display colon and none. Okay, this will hide the div and the fading will work now, the fading effect. So let's turn back to the browser, refresh. Now if I click submit, you see you have a cool fading effect. Okay, so whenever you click submit, well, it only works if you refresh the page you clicked the first time. So to prevent that also, and every time you click you see a fading perfect effect, you have to type in here a selector. Inside it, grab the result dot hide. Okay, let's save this and let's go back, refresh. Okay, if you click, you have to type a name and password. If you click again, you see, perfect. If I type something, of course it's the string is you are logged in. Okay, so you see guys, this is very, very useful. You can play and expand a lot of code with jQuery, and you can play a little bit more with this. Okay, and you can try different effects for your web page. Okay, so this is it. This is how you can call strings, or how you can grab the results from a process, PHP script process. Okay, so see you guys in the next video, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.